Use this protocol when pain is located at the area of the points and may be accompanied by neck and shoulder pain. Pain increases when chewing. There is a pronounced stiffness of the jaw muscles. The condition may be caused by prolonged opening of the mouth at the dentist, by using only one side when chewing, or by grinding the teeth at night due to stress. Let's go briefly over the points. Point 1, here. Point 2. Point 3. Point 4. Hook and pull. Point 5 and 6, come behind your client. head down, press, and 6. Let me first show you the 3 back lines and the scapular lines, where all the points for headaches and neck and shoulder pains are. So line 1 begins here at the base of the skull, right next to the spinous processes. In the lamina groove. Line 3, let's speak about line 3. Line 3 is the lateral border of the paraspinal muscles. And here, it's going here. All the way to the hip bone. And there's another branch from here going on top of the trapezius. So this is line 3. Line 2 is halfway between lines 1 and 2. It's on the muscle, on the paraspinal muscles, on the trapezius here, the highest, stiffest part of the muscle. It's going all the way down to the sacrum. So all the points work are on these muscles, on these lines, and on the scapular line. Scapular line begins here above the scapular spine. It's going this way and then around the upper angle of the shoulder blade and down along the medial border of the shoulder blade, around the lower tip of the shoulder blade, so the scapular line is going around the upper angle of the shoulder blade and then along the medial border of the shoulder blade around the lower tip of the shoulder blade, and then up along the lateral border of the shoulder blade, all the way to the scapular spine. And then it continues below the scapular spine to the middle border of the shoulder blade, and then down, and then up again to scapula 17, which is here a very important point. Begin with thumb pressure on the top of the trapezius, from the neck out, all the way to the shoulder and back. You can already feel the more stiff points, the points that you will have to later press, give more attention. So repeat that for 1, 2, 3 times. Press down to the floor. You can also press anterior to the trapezius, this area above the clavicule that is more tender. Be careful not to press too strong. And turn your hands and press above the shoulder blades, above the scapular spine, all the way to the shoulder joint and back to the spine. And then work the 3 back lines. Begin with the first line right next to the spinous processes, in the laminar groove between the spine and the paraspinal muscles, all the way to a point where you can still support the trapezius. You can still support them from falling forward. So go down to this point and then back up. Pressure is forward and slightly inwards towards the spine. And then line 2 on the paraspinal muscles. Most of our points are on this line. You can do this to feel the muscles and press forward. Again, go as low as you can, as long as you can still support them. We don't want to push them. We want to support them. And then up. And work the third line, just lateral to the paraspinal muscles. And the pressure is not only forward but also slightly inwards towards the spine. And again, as low as it can go, and still support them, and back up. You can repeat that 1 or 2 times, and then work the medial border of the shoulder blade this way. Collect skin down. Your client will hardly feel this. Collect skin down, press in, and then pluck the muscles up. you work with the skin and pluck the muscles here. So down very gently in, and this is the work. Up, down, up, down, up. Work the higher half of the shoulder blade, or higher 2/3, and work this area. Support with your other hand. This is a very good technique. Pluck. So that you have a long way to go up. A long way to go up. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And then to work this part, work in the opposite way. Switch hands. Switch hands. Use this thumb now to collect skin up. He hardly feels this. This is not the work yet. And then press and down along the medial border of the shoulder blade. Pluck the muscles down. You may be able to hear that. Collect skin up, press and down. Okay? Work the lower half or lower 2/3 of the shoulder blade. Repeat that a couple of times. You can repeat that many times if your client needs that. So work the medial border of the shoulder blade this way, and some clients will need a somewhat stronger pressure. So in this case, do the same as step 1, but use thumb on thumb. Collect skin down, press and up. Skin down, up. This is much stronger than this. And then use this thumb to work the upper angle of the shoulder blade. 1, 2, maybe 3. In the same way, collect skin down, press and pluck. 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 And now you can work the outer border of the shoulder blade. You have to move a little bit to the side of your client. And work perpendicular to the border of the shoulder blade. Collect skin anterior, press and pluck. Pluck. Pluck against the muscles that are on the lateral border of the shoulder blade. And then don't forget to work this angle. And you can switch hands and work along the ring line all the way to the elbow and back. Or you can also work the middle finger line in this way. And work the scapular line. You can work it systematically or work lines like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Go down a bit. Again, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And then another line. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? Next is to work the 3 necklines. The best is if, of course, you have to work both shoulder blades. Begin with Begin with thumb circles. Then line 1, push the muscle and the skin away from the spinous process. All the way down to C7 and up again to the base of the skull. Line 2, just press the muscle towards the center of the neck. You can repeat each line 2 times, and then line 3. Line 3 is somewhat more sensitive, or actually much more sensitive, so be careful, especially with elder clients. And you can also, of course, massage the base of the skull, and also this part. Switch sides. And again, thumb circles. Line 1. Line 2. Line 3. So we work the neck, the shoulder blades, and the upper back. We do everything that is not a stretch. We don't want stretches because stretches may be painful and may cause damage. Face 9 is here. If you slide your finger towards the ear until it stops at a depression about 1 finger before the ear. There's a depression here, trapped in an angle. If you open your mouth, your finger will be thrown outside this depression. If you slide your finger, your thumb, all the way to a depression, open his mouth, and then the fingers pops out. Use your thumb and support the head and press. You can press point 9 this way, or you can press this point also this way, which is very similar, but you've got more support. Face 8 is here. Find a small, stiff muscle. It's about 1 finger from the edge of the jaw, 1 finger above the lower edge of the jaw. So somewhere here, try to find this small muscle and press in this direction. This point is usually the center of the pain in jaw pain. The focus of the pain will be usually here. Support the head from the other side and press this way. Okay, this is perhaps the best way to work this point. Use your thigh. Do not only use the tip of the thumb, but rather the whole thumb. This point is here, right below the mastoid process. Honestly, it's not only below, but slightly behind the tip, because the tip is going down this way, so the point is here. You press the point, support the head, press right below the mastoid process. on the sternocleidomastoid. Press right inside. The best way to press this point is to have your client lean on your other hand, and then you've got a good access to this point, and you can use some of your body weight . If you want to press this point while keeping some distance, work with straight arms. But you can also work this point very effectively if you get closer to your client and phase 5 is the angle in the bone here in the jaw. It's really here. To do phase 5, you don't really press it, but pull the jaw outside. With one finger or two fingers, support the head and use the power of your fingers this way. Pull the point, and your clients, when they have jaw pain, would love this point. It can be painful, but when you have jaw pain, it's actually nice. It's a nice feeling. Phase 6 is on the back of the jaw here. The point is right above this angle, it's here. This is the angle, so right above the angle, somewhere here. The way to work this point is to press it forwards. Work this way. It's a painful point, not so much for people with jaw pain. To press phase 6, you should position yourself behind your client. Use your thumb to push the jaw. You can ask your client to rest his head sideways on your other hand. to make it easier for you. Another good way to press phase 6 is to have your client lean backwards on you, and then you can use your body. Phase 7 is right above phase 6, a little bit above phase 6, but it's not all the way under the ear. This will be a very sensitive, tender point, so don't go all the way up, but about halfway between the angle of the jaw and the ear. Press forward. It's a tender point, be careful. The pressure is onto the bone. Use straight open hand. Do not work this way. It's better to touch him softly with your other fingers. Or he can lean back on you. But usually this point does not need much pressure.